energy is a vital part of our lives. We use it for almost everything: heating our homes, powering cars, and running industries. The sources from which we get this energy can be classified into two main groups: fossil fuels and renewable sources of energy. In this video, we will explore what these sources are, their points of strength and weakness, and how they impact our world. We will also look into how energy generation is changing and what the future may hold. Fossil fuels are sources of energy that come from the remains of plants and animals that lived millions of years ago. Over time, these remains were buried under layers of earth and rock. Heat and pressure transformed them into coal, oil, and natural gas. These energy sources are called non-renewable because once they are used up, they cannot be replaced within a short period of time. The main fossil fuels are coal, oil, and natural gas. Coal is a solid fossil fuel that is burned to produce heat and electricity. It is abundant and has been used for centuries. Then we have oil, a liquid fossil fuel used mainly for transportation and producing products like plastics. Lastly, there is natural gas. It's cleaner than coal and oil, and is often used for heating homes and generating electricity. Renewable sources of energy, on the other hand, are natural and abundant sources. In contrast to fossil fuels, these sources will not run out anytime soon. Most of them come from natural processes like sunlight, wind, and water. Luckily, we have plenty of these. Solar energy, for example, is energy we derive from the sun, which can be converted into electricity or heat. Wind energy is generated by harnessing the power of wind through wind turbines. Hydropower is produced by using the energy of flowing water to generate electricity. Biomass is derived from organic materials like plants and waste. Lastly, geothermal energy uses heat from within the earth to produce electricity. All these energy sources have pros and cons. Let's look at them in detail, starting with the advantages of fossil fuels. Firstly, fossil fuels provide a lot of energy, which makes them very efficient for large-scale use. Second, they exploit a well-established infrastructure, because the world already has a well-developed system for extracting, processing, and distributing fossil fuels. Lastly, they ensure economic stability. Fossil fuel industries provide millions of jobs and contribute significantly to the economy of many countries. On the other hand, fossil fuels cause environmental damage. Burning oil and coal releases large amounts of greenhouse gases, which contribute to climate change and pollution. Moreover, since their quantity is not infinite, fossil fuels will eventually run out, making them unsustainable in the long run. Furthermore, as many fossil fuels are concentrated only in certain regions of the world, there are often geopolitical tensions that sometimes even lead to war. However, renewable sources of energy have their points of strength and weakness too. The main pro is the fact that they are environmentally friendly. Renewable energy sources produce little or no greenhouse gases, helping to reduce climate change and pollution. Then we have unlimited supply. Since renewable sources are replenished naturally, they are sustainable for the long term. Last but not least, energy independence. Countries can produce their own energy, reducing their reliance on fossil fuel imports and decreasing geopolitical conflicts. Despite these advantages, we have downsides too. The main cons are high initial costs, intermittent supply, and land use. As you can imagine, setting up renewable energy systems, like solar panels or wind farms, can be expensive initially. Additionally, renewable energy sources are not always available, but depend on weather conditions. Moreover, some renewable energy systems, such as wind farms or bioenergy, require large amounts of land, which can affect ecosystems and communities. Energy plays a major role in international relations. Countries that have large reserves of fossil fuels, such as oil and gas, often hold significant power on the global stage. For example, oil-rich nations can influence oil prices, which can impact the economies of countries that rely heavily on oil imports. However, as the world shifts towards renewable energy, the geopolitical landscape may change. Countries that invest in renewable energy technologies could gain economic and political power. Additionally, the transition to renewable energy may reduce conflicts over fossil fuel resources. Microgeneration refers to producing energy on a small scale, often at individual homes or local communities, using renewable energy sources. For example, people can install solar panels on their rooftops or use small wind turbines to generate their own electricity. This can reduce reliance on centralized power grids and fossil fuels. In the future, we may see more people generating their own energy. Governments could provide incentives for microgeneration, leading to widespread use of small-scale renewable systems. This would not only help the environment but also reduce energy costs for households and businesses. As the world transitions from fossil fuels to renewable energy, the job market will also change. The fossil fuel industry, which currently employs millions of people, may shrink. However, the renewable energy sector is expected to grow rapidly, creating new jobs in areas like solar panel installation, wind turbine maintenance, and energy storage. Furthermore, as energy systems become more decentralized with microgeneration, there will be a need for professionals skilled in managing these systems. New industries may also emerge, such as electric vehicle production and smart grid technology, further expanding job opportunities. In conclusion, fossil fuels and renewable sources of energy both play crucial roles in powering our world. Fossil fuels have been a reliable source of energy for many years, but they come with significant environmental and geopolitical challenges. On the other hand, renewable energy offers a cleaner and more sustainable alternative, but it also has its limitations. As we look to the future, the transition to renewable energy is inevitable. This shift will not only reduce our dependence on fossil fuels but also reshape the world's economy and job market. By embracing renewable energy and encouraging innovation in energy microgeneration, we can create a more sustainable and prosperous future for generations to come.